Hey guys, it's me, the guy with the other guys. Again,
More like your mom.
I'm gonna kill your family, Damien.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're back from a very long hiatus.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah,
you're stupid.
we
after
we
this,
we
after this, we're gonna go back to another year of vacation.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Okay,
very stressful talking.
our time zones are very different from realities,
We're very
Yeah,
different in time.
and also we had to delay due to the loss of Daniel. He got into a
no,
boat accident.
it's
He
due to
He was
COVID.
died. He has
Due
a
to
yeah
COVID
girlfriend,
reason.
which is what we call loser syndrome, where you hang out with your girlfriend.
Damn,
Loser move.
damn.
But don't worry, we have
we got a
Damien.
replacement.
I wouldn't say we have a replacement. He's been there since the first one.
Well,
This
Hi.
let's just say
and
our
that's
special
and that's
guest.
he's not gonna be special. He's gonna be a continuous member of it.
Yeah, I am.
This is most
Alright.
likely you and me are definitely gonna be the ones doing it. Dame's gonna be in and out. He's probably gonna be
We
here
should
most of the time.
we should like change the YouTube banner instead of like it's just
It's just
us.
like all it's like really like crossed out picture of Daniel, and it's just like a picture of Damien, like
It's just
really
a giant.
weirdly.
It's like a giant like X on his profile
It's a
with
big old
like a
scribble.
knife like with a knife on it.
Oh God, just put a boat there because he had a boat accident.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
boats.
He was on his yacht and then he crashed into the Titanic.
yeah, and then fucking
Titanic's back again, by the way. You guys
yeah,
didn't
and the
know.
Leo DiCaprio was there, and
Leo
he did
DiCaprio, not Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo DiCaprio.
Leo.
They
Yeah,
had to
I
get
don't
a
know why I
new
said
guy for the
Leo.
movie because that's a new
Leonardo.
guy. No, Leonardo. No, he's not real. He doesn't exist in this Titanic. This is like
He's not real.
Titanic 2, The Reckoning, and
What if
the part where Daniel
The
crashes in the
Titan.
boat.
No, the
That's the
Titanic
title.
was fake, guys. It was a
What
huge
if, what if
prank.
what if we found out all this time that Leo DiCaprio had like a clone called
Stop it.
just Leo?
You just said Leo DiCaprio. Leonardo. Come on. Let's call him Leonard.
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 Oh, you mean
I
that
like
pig
that.
from Angry Birds? Leonard,
Which one's that one again?
the big fat bearded
The one
pig.
that plowed the white one
Uh
and made kids.
wait, what?
He had kids with her.
What?
And in the second movie, you see him as a dad with like eggs, and he's just like,
What the
he's all
fuck?
angry and.
I have okay.
No,
Keep in mind, I have not seen the
Edward.
You
second
haven't watched the
movie
second
at
movie?
all.
What are you doing?
No, cause I don't
Red
watch a
gets laid,
fucking Angry
amigo.
Bird movie.
Red gets
It's
laid.
come on.
Red gets laid.
I am not. I have better time and better shit to watch
Come on,
than
you have to
fucking
watch the
Angry Birds.
Angry
You're
Bird movie.
rewatching things you've watched, and you're rereading Konosuba, even though you've already watched it. You're just reading. You're not
I'm
even
not
like.
rereading it. I'm reading the
Yeah, you're
light
reading it, but you
novel
already watched it. The only thing you're getting like extra details you already didn't have.
and actually finishing the series, but it's whatever.
Don't you dare
It's
spoil me,
whatever.
or else you're
I
losing your
don't care.
balls.
I don't care. I'm probably gonna watch the new Conjuring after this.
And
Why?
I go,
He's
Try
gonna
it
watch
that
it on
one.
HBO, Demon. I think maybe is it on? Is it gonna be on HBO?
I would have told you in advance if I was fucking leaving
Leaving what?
the call mid podcast and just being like, "All right, guys, see you later," and just
Oh,
ends the podcast and just rolls credits.
fucking King of the Hill intro. I don't know that for being an intro, it does a really good job at being an outro song. I can
Oh,
see it as an outro.
absolutely. I loved the full like actual same.
Yeah, that's because you're a loser.
Hey,
Don't.
damn, he
Why,
called you a
why did
loser.
you just say hey and then just add nothing else to it? Hey, just
just
stay quiet.
Hey!
that's that guy.
The Lego man's in the river. That's what I hear every time someone says hey.
Remember those Lego commercials?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
They reminded me of all the times that I never used Legos as a kid. Besides, like some of
Yeah.
them, but I
No,
have
but
like
it's no. Go ahead.
I have like the brain cells as a kid to do no Legos. So instead, now I shoot Duplo blocks in my
Yeah,
backyard.
but what you
You.
call it? No, like they really are expensive. Like I went to Walmart like 2 days ago, and I was like, we were trying to like look for some toys from my brother,
Why?
and I was looking at the Lego section, and it, like
It's like $12 not
the
enough.
average Legos like the medium
$50.
boxes are like no, not $50, but like they're like
Oh
$30.
my goodness, Legos.
Yeah,
And
like I look at the Minecraft like section. It's like fucking 50 and like it's sort of like $30.
yeah, there's like some dude in my classroom who did like a presentation about like because we were supposed to do presentations that we care about whatever, and for some reason this dude cared about Legos a lot, and he does a bunch of Lego stuff apparently. I don't know.
If you
The
love like
Live and love Legos. Live, laugh, Lego. It's not
if
love.
he was
Live,
doing an
laugh,
essay
Lego.
about Legos, he would have done an
He did a
essay on like
speech about
Ninjago.
Legos. He did a speech about Legos.
I
Migo.
mean,
Damn, not even Ninjago, bro.
He
Come
didn't. I
and
on.
don't. He barely mentioned like any specific ones.
I
But
bet he smells like onions.
I don't know.
Remember,
He's Damon.
remember,
You know who? You guys know who he is. I just don't remember his name. He's like really tall. I just don't remember.
remember Mixels.
Joey,
No,
was it Joey?
Joey doesn't
Wait,
go
no,
to my school.
Oh,
wait, you guys don't remember Mixels?
What the fuck is Mixels?
what's
It
Mixels?
was it was a Lego series that were where you like every new series or season they would like release 9 characters and you could combine them with like 2 other characters and they each would have like a different element. Like they're like the first series it was like water, fire, and lightning. And what you would do is that you would just combine all the characters together to make like one other like character. That's like the whole premise
Isn't
of
this fucking
the show.
Bionicles? Didn't Bionicles could you like fucking attach different
Yeah,
parts and make
yeah,
the
but
ultimate god?
yeah, it kind of is, but like,
It's just
uh,
Bionicles, but with Pokemon elements. Just fucking typing. It's
even
like
it's
fire, kill the grass type.
yeah, except well, I mean, they are pretty similar now that you actually mention it because they actually have like types
Yeah, it's
or like
almost
elements.
totally not any other games that do that, which I can't think of, but I'm super sure there are. Like game with element
Roblox.
Roblox, yeah, elemental battlegrounds, some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, speaking of video games, we watched that Sonic live stream like not that long ago,
Yeah, everyone watched that stream not that long
I
ago.
didn't.
and you
Did
did
you
it because
not?
you didn't care about Sonic.
Yeah, he's not a Sonic fan. I'm a Sonic fan. I
I,
own like 3 Sonic games that have not beaten a single Sonic game.
I've been like
Imagine.
2 Sonic games ever in my life.
Wait, wasn't
Why?
there Sonic game in Friv?
Kind
Really?
of. It was like some bootleg ones. Cause
Yeah,
like
no,
Friv had
there's
bootleg
absolutely
ones. There's like some Mario one that's like shine sprites. I'm like, Mario Sunshine, but it
no.
wasn't
There's like a
kind of
lot
like
of
it.
like Mario bootleg games on
Dude,
like Flash
oh my
games.
god, do you guys remember when you went to Friv? You discovered like that like one like I don't know, cause there's like all the games and then like around the bottom right or something or like on the right there's like some extra things you can click on and it show you like a new secret area of games that you didn't
Really?
care about.
I don't recall that.
You guys
Remember
don't there's like a
this?
I know
secret area.
I've been to the site before, but I never noticed that because every time I would go to that site, I would try to find the one game that I actually really like.
What was it? I
It
remember.
was
Oh no,
it
you go
was
ahead.
like it was like whatchamacallit. It was like balloon some not tower defense, but like
Yeah.
it was like
City?
it was like two babies and like you had to
Oh,
shoot each
Two
other's
Boards,
like
I
ships.
Oh,
think.
that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
that was my favorite game to
My
play.
favorite one. I think this is where I started getting into shooting people. That's a weird
Whoa.
way to phrase it.
I don't the
I
fact
don't
that you
I
put it
don't
in that context.
I don't remember what it's called. I'm super sure I can find it, but it was like a 2D platformer and it had like Halo like feeling characters
Oh,
and you'd be do capture the flag or capture the point or deathmatch usually just against AIs, which either way it was
didn't it
still
have
very
like a
good.
Oh,
story
I think
mode?
I know that one.
Yeah, it had a story mode and it
I
had
think
cool
I know what
guns,
you're talking about, but
a
I don't remember the
shotgun,
game.
a laser gun. Yeah, I don't know. That was my
But
go-to
it
game.
was, no, that game rocked.
Oh god, I remember doing the taxi service one. Do you guys know that one?
Not that
You're
I
like a
recall.
taxi
No.
dude, and you go around, get taxis, run over people, hopefully not get called by the
That
police. And then once
that
you
sounds like
do, it becomes GTA 5, but not really.
it sounds like a really mature like crazy
It's
taxi.
not. It really isn't. Even it doesn't even when you hit. I don't even think you hit. Like when you hit people, they just like fall on the floor like nothing happened, but like they're probably dead.
That's
so, so they just dropped like having a heart attack.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
like you hit him with like a bike and you're like
No, don't kill me.
you just
And they,
collapse to the floor.
yeah, but like you're with a car, so they die, but not really. I'm assuming they died because I don't remember them moving. I don't know. And then there was the Thumb Wars one. That was so weird. Do you
Never
remember that
played
one?
Thumb
Sophomore.
Wars.
No, I have
It's
not.
it's basically it's like a WWE match where you like it's just thumbs. It's so weird. And it's just
Thumbs.
thumbs, and they had like voices and stuff. There were characters like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," but not really,
Oh,
because it's a kids' website, and
oh,
they fight to the death. And I was thinking to myself earlier, I'm like, why haven't I done any thumb wars?
I'm trying to figure out that one Flash game that I really like playing a lot. It was like something Stickman, where it's like Electric Stickman or something.
Oh, that one.
Which one?
That's where
Yeah,
you just fight like AI, right?
Wait,
yeah.
Stickman, paper,
It's
rock, scissors.
no, it's like an electric. It's like Electric something Stickman, where it's like you get to like choose like you get to customize the aura, and like the entire game is like you just beat a bunch of like enemies in different stages.
Yeah, I
Remember
really like
this?
that game. I played that a lot.
Yeah. No, that I love that game too. And every time I would play it, I would get hooked on it and actually just beating the game all the way.
Hmm.
I don't
I
remember
couldn't
this.
I couldn't go all the way because I had something to do after I almost reached the end.
Oh God, that
Yeah.
reminds me. Do you guys ever go to the library to just like play games?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Yeah,
Who didn't?
I mean, I kind of didn't because I had like a family computer that run like 3 FPS an hour and had like it was run by like a hamster and a wheel. That's basically how strong that computer was. That's where I played most of
Damn.
my games. Like a Gario. I made a Gario videos. For some people who may be watching my main channel, they might remember that I made some of those. It was so
Yeah.
weird. I got like a tripod, but like I just because there was like some twisting thing, so you can like go in and out, and in that I twisted it out so there was like a little gap, so I would put my phone there and it like surprisingly do well for a handle, and I would record my screen like that, and
I
I
love
made
Lucario, dude.
terrible Gorilla videos. I
Love Lucario.
it's gotten way worse.
I like just like the fact that like whenever you like start off like a YouTube channel as a kid, and like of course you have like a webcam, so like the only webcam you could use was
You
like
don't have
probably your
anything.
mom's, you would probably use your mom's phone.
I never used webcam. Well, even then, like you wouldn't be able to do webcam because you would record the game with like a camera. You wouldn't have a screen recorder like I'm using right now, OBS. I don't even know if OBS was a thing back then. It was like 2010-ish.
I highly
I
doubt
don't know
it.
when OBS came out,
You know,
but
I'm gonna Google it.
but basically, I would just use that stand and record things on the computer, and it surprisingly worked well. I'm surprised I never made a
It
Slitherio video.
was released in September 1st to 2012.
Oh, that was
Damn.
close to my guess. I thought it was 2013. Oh, then it might have actually. I could have actually used it. This is like when Bandicam was also a thing that was popular, but
Shit.
Bandicam with its logo.
Dude, every time I see the Bandicam logo, you could tell how old that video is.
Yeah, especially because it was a fucking
Damn.
Minecraft video, but like
Especially when
really
PewDiePie used to,
laggy.
use Bandicam until like he stopped using it recently.
Like, wait, he's been using it
Yeah,
like
he's been using.
recently?
No, like last year he had what do we call it, Bandicam for a
Oh
good while,
no.
and KSI called him out on it.
I'm assuming he had obviously like the subscription. He could just use OBS. I mean, I have problems with OBS, but it's like
He
way
probably
better and it's
he
free.
probably does it now.
Probably.
Oh, it's been a while since I watched PewDiePie's content.
I don't know. Even
Yeah.
even then, you wouldn't tell what recording software he's using unless he has like the hotbar shown.
Yeah.
But that's pretty sad that he used Bandicam for all these years. The content that we've loved from fucking
Yeah.
Bandicam.
Damn.
Oh, that's terrifying. But speaking of the library games, I shat green there one time.
You what?
Have what?
I had to shit, and so I did. It was green poop. I'm like, did I
Wait,
eat?
You.
you're saying you shat your pants and
No, no,
like
no, 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 no. I didn't shit my pants. I went to the restroom. I hoop, pooped, and I'm like, looked down. I'm like, yo, why is shit green? Oh, well, it makes more sense. Like, why is shit green? And I was like, oh, I probably ate too much vegetables.
actually, I think I actually know the reason why
What?
your
Why?
poop sometimes turn green. It's because of either of two things. One, you've been eating a lot of like fruit,
Green
like vegetables and green, like just basically green stuff.
vegetables.
Or and two, your like intestines have been like just shitting it all out like very quickly instead of taking its time.
I don't think that
And
would make sense. I don't know, cause I
But
don't
it's
know.
mostly it's mostly the first ones though.
But
yeah,
I do eat quite a bit of vegetables. I like eating I love broccoli.
you're disgusting.
What? You call me
Broccoli's
disgusting?
not that bad.
Broccoli, more like stinky.
Oh, it's
I
even
know,
better when they're like cooked and like. I love
I know
cooked
people
broccoli.
call out like Brussels sprouts being like the worst thing
I've never eaten
imaginable.
Brussels sprouts.
But when you actually like give it some flavor and like cooking it, it's actually really good. I don't know what my mom does to those Brussels sprouts, but goddamn, they're pretty good.
Oh God, do you guys ever have like your family or like grandma? I don't know where they like get cauliflower for you non-Mexicans, but you'd probably guess it because it's super similar. Where they like batter it up and deep fry it kind of, and it gets like a skin.
No, never
No,
happened.
no,
No,
I just probably get like
it's
normal
like
cauliflower.
grease. It's like deep frying a cauliflower kind of, and it's
No,
super good. It's
no.
amazing. Because I don't, because I'm fine eating cauliflower. It's just not my best. I don't like the texture too much, and but that makes it really good. I don't know. Vegetables are nice. I never understood why people like made stereotypes like, "Oh, kids hate vegetables," or "Vegetables taste bad."
Yeah, I'm gonna
All I want to eat is fucking candy corn until I die.
yeah,
Ew,
lit-
candy
lit-
corn is disgusting.
but no, like
Miguel's about to get mad for that.
no, no, I wasn't gonna get mad, but I was
Well,
gonna follow up with the whole vegetable thing, and like you mentioned, like yeah, I wish as a kid I got I I wish like as a kid I ate a lot of vegetables more because just how actually good it is when you like put more stuff into it than just but vegetables by itself.
I always ate vegetables as a kid. I'd always
Yeah,
eat it. I always liked it, and there was never a time where I didn't like vegetables. Besides vegetables, I didn't like, but even then, they were fruit
yeah.
because
But what?
things like avocado and tomato, those things are fruit because they have seeds. But I don't like those. I really hate tomato, and I don't like avocado. There's a video of me where I lost a game of
You can
Mario
even eat.
Party. No, I did. I had to. That was part of the bet because the bet was I think me and Daniel were playing Mario Party. So what it was he beats me and I have to eat like I don't know like a spoonful of avocado or whatever, and
Only a
if
spoonful.
and then if I win, he has to eat an entire bag of hot Cheetos because he cannot handle spice. And I can't handle avocado. And I lost, and then you can see me eating it, and you see me having a stroke, and I hate it. I almost vomit, and I'm pretty sure he still has it.
Yeah,
But it was one of
and
the worst experiences ever.
I think Daniel sent me the whole like video, and I just called you a pussy.
Don't. Oh, that reminds me of the video of him dancing with my inflatable dolphin
Inflatable
ride.
dolphin
Yeah,
Oh, that was funny.
with some like Mexican music, just
Yeah.
like just dancing.
electric man.
Actually speaking of whatchamacallit, Mario Party, I actually played the recent Mario Party. Well, not recent, but like the newer one,
The
basically.
Switch one?
Yeah, the Switch one, like
How
two
was
days
it?
ago. Not 2 days ago, 2 months ago.
How was it?
I played it with me and my two cousins and my cousin's boyfriend, and we were just like playing. It was pretty fun.
The
But
gay
I
uncles?
no, not not those. They weren't even at the party, but we were just playing Mario Party because like she recently bought it,
She
and
made a
we
terrible purchase.
we
I
had
don't.
fun. We
Yeah,
had fun with it though.
yeah. It's not even skill based in it, or like luck based. Like there's literal characters that do better than others.
Yeah, exactly. You just get Bowser every time.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Bowser more like stinky.
Stinky,
Alright.
big ol'
All right,
stupid
uh,
gay Bowser. Cause
all
gay.
right.
So long, gay
So
Bowser.
Here's the
long.
okay.
Huh?
So I wanted to bring up this topic for a
Oh yeah.
while since we were coming up with ideas for like to talk about for the podcast. So recently, Disney has opened up their adventure like Marvel section for Disney Action Park or Adventure
Holy
Park,
moly.
and in that area of the park, you could see like someone as Spider-Man, and he's like doing actual like Spider-Man stunts,
Oh no.
jumping really high and then swinging like almost like across like a building, and like while doing flips, like actually just like being Spider-Man.
Spidey Man.
Now, but here's the thing.
Oh,
What if I were to tell you that stuntman wasn't even a man,
was it a?
but an
Oh,
animatronic?
oh, I remember that. I remember. I don't know where I saw this. There was like, I think it was just like a YouTube video. I was like looking at some like Avengers compilation, and there was like a robot that was supposed to be recreating some of the stunts. I'm pretty sure I
Yep.
heard this. Oh,
No,
so,
yeah, they actually used a animatronic to like do Spider-Man stunts and while like doing flips in midair and just seeing that like web sling and then just doing flips in midair and thinking that's an animatronic is like to me that fascinates me. It's
fucking Disney's out here trying to kick our
I know.
asses with
Looks
the
Yeah,
cool
good,
stuff.
man.
and the scary part is that if this goes further in like movie production, like RIP like stuntmen in general.
Well, even then, I don't think animatronics would be at that point where I don't know how realistic did it look.
It looked decently realistic.
Because yeah, even then, because even then you're still gonna use CGI because you still want like the actors' touch and stuff or whatever.
Touching stuff.
I have to watch that clip again, but I would say it's like almost like close to realistic,
That's all
especially
what's
especially the flips.
Do a flip, bro, and then robot
Yeah,
out here.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man just like falls flat like a Looney Tunes gag.
Oh, I get it because it's a Looney Tunes gag or something.
Yeah, like what I just said.
No, I don't believe you said that.
No. I have 100% said that.
Looney Tunes, more like Stinky Tunes.
Shut up, haha, Jonathan.
Damn.
You're banging my daughter.
No, it's just
And I hate that meme
No,
so
you
much.
don't. You love it.
No, I don't. I liked it for like a very short period of time, and then
It's just
over
like
time, I was
a
like,
week.
guys, stop. No, it wasn't even a week. It was like probably like a day
Most
or
of the
two.
ones that I sent you were ones that you liked because you were set liking on Twitter. So shut up on my feed.
Yeah, and then I stopped.
oh,
Oh man, I've been sneezing a lot. I just muted my mic so you guys want to hear it, but I like sneezed again, dude. I've been sneezing a lot all day. I don't know why. I think it has to do because I have this thing.
you have allergies easy.
Probably, I'm not sure. I've had like a clogged nose for like 2 years already. But uh, I have this thing. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's like I told Miguel about this because I asked him. It's like solar sneezing, where if I were to look like at a bright light or like if I'm in a dark area and I go outside, look up at the sunish, I have the urge to sneeze, and then I do. And I think that's happening right now because I got a new PC, which is why we're doing this again because I can run things better and it won't lag and my laptop isn't stupid.
And then also the
And
fact that
it's
we had to pay our respects to Daniel.
yeah, what is yacht failure against the Titanic with
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio. And so the RGB, because this is a fucking beautiful laptop. Because I'll tell that story right now in a second, but it has like a bunch of RGB in it. So I guess like I look at it and then I have the urge to sneeze. But now, a story of my PC. So I finally got a new PC because my laptop died. So that's one reason why we haven't
It
been.
basically killed itself.
Yeah, I totally didn't hit it out of frustration at some points,
Gosh, it.
but it died, and so I couldn't really use it anymore. So for around 2 weeks, I waited for a PC to come in stock in Best Buy, and there wasn't any luck for a good while, and I just basically couldn't do anything. So I was just bored, and I started playing my Switch a lot more, which is why, because I had a monitor at the time, so I started playing Switch on my desk, and I just kept on playing it, and I got way better at Smash. I
Yeah,
practiced a
it,
lot, and almost got my
just the
go.
fact that like you got a new like PC and then when you like actually like try like setting it up, you could even
Hold
play a
on, what?
single
You
game.
didn't let me get to that part. This is my story. You're cutting it out, and
Oh
what are you
shit!
doing? What are you
I thought we were
doing?
already getting to that part.
No,
No,
it's just like the whole. Look, I'll
no,
explain more
don't
detail
record it.
anyway.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I can brainwash literally anyone. This like nothing ever happened.
Like how you freaking, what was the term? Gaslighted me like twice. I
Dude,
don't
I'm
even
telling you,
remember the
I'm
second
the
time.
master of gaslighting.
Yeah. So
Oh, what?
So Demon already forgot.
You see, I gaslit Damien without no effort, with no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So after that, I practiced a lot of Smash. I got Ganon very close to Elite Smash. I'm around 6 million GSP. And then so I just play a lot more on my Switch. And then I ended up finding a PC that that was in stock and had what I wanted for it. So I ordered it. I wait, and he finally gets here. I'm really excited. My dad picks it up from Best Buy after he like did some errands around town. Brought it back. Bada bing, bada boom. PC's there. So I get it out, set it up. At first, I get a little scared because I like open it and there's like some weirdish looking things. 'Cause I'm not sure. I'm not good at it really with computers. So I got some weird paper where it was telling me how to apply certain parts of the PC, like I don't remember, like applying the motherboard and some other stuff. I'm like, oh shit, do I have to attach some of these things? But thankfully I didn't have to because I thought because I'm pretty sure about a pre-built, so I thought I somehow fucked it up. So set
Because
it up.
that was weird to me because like I also have a pre-built PC, so the fact that like you have to like it required you to do like other shit, I was like, you don't have to do this
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
thankfully
why are
I
you?
didn't. I was just being stupid. I'm like, why would they include this? But it's just in case like you want to replace something or just you if some parts aren't correctly there. So I set it up, everything goes beautifully, nice old fans in the front. The RAM is RGB, so it looks very nice and just all the very nice looking PC. And so I plug it up, get it ready, and I play some games. I decided to play some Sea of Thieves and I play some Overwatch. And then afterwards, it like has occasional lag in Sea of Thieves and it crashes. And then I go to Overwatch like later, play like a round or two, that crashes. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And then so I go back and try to play them, and then I go in and it keeps on crashing over and over. Every game that I play crashes. It's telling me about the graphics driver crashing or not being found, and I go throughout the entire internet. So I do so many things to try to get it to work. I reset it. I install and reinstall the drivers. I delete the drivers. I update the drivers. I do almost anything you can Google anything, and it never doesn't work. Thankfully, it had like a 1 year kind of warranty, so I go back to Best Buy. I'm like, so this thing kind of like sucks, and then so from there, I'm like, I guess I can try going for a transfer or get a refund. And I'm like, I'm just gonna transfer, try to find a PC that's just as equal value, and hopefully that'll work. So I go.
I would imagine at that point you're like banging on your knees, like on force, like please, please fix my PC.
Cause like yeah, I leave it there for diagnostic first of all, and then so I'm like, all right, here you guys go. I'll be going home. Goodbye. And they're like, all right, we'll probably like call you like later today or tomorrow. And I think he called me later that day, and he's like, so like we didn't find anything wrong with the physical hardware, so it might be like some not like I forgot what it would be called, like just basically things more online, like online drivers or whatever. And
Just
so
download Python and fix it easy.
And
I don't
just go
even
to
know. I don't
Python.
even know what that is.
You don't know what's Python?
No.
It's
Damn.
really like a coding program.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh, I think I heard you guys mention it.
It's like C plus plus like that. Is that one of the other softwares?
I don't know. I don't know any
There's
softwares.
there's like different like coding softwares.
I don't know shit about
But
coding.
Python is like one of like the main like programs everyone uses.
Okay. And so they call me and like they're like, all right, so you can either like pay for repairs. It's like $100 to repair something I've had for 2 days that didn't work the day I got it, and it didn't work. So they're like, so you pay like $100 or something, so you can like repair it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking waste $100 just to repair that PC. And I already waited, and I was like pretty pissed because I already waited a long ass time. I was super bored, and all I was doing was playing Smash and doing schoolwork. So I was really bored. I couldn't play any games I would play, and so I'm like, all right, whatever. I just come in. The says like either pick it up or exchange it. So I go over. I ask my cousin to take me because he was in town. So he takes me over, and then I get there. And I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. So I asked him to like show me the PCs that I can look at to exchange it. So he like shows me a few PCs and like I mean I'd probably go with this one, and then he tells me that apparently it doesn't have good cooling, and I'm like, it's probably gonna overheat a lot. I really don't want to get a PC that's gonna overheat a lot because I use PC like throughout the entire day. So I asked to check if I can take a look at other PCs, and bada bing, bada boom, I found a PC which is like a $54 upgrade, and I didn't know this at first. I just saw it and I'm like, it looks kind of different, but I'll get it since it's basically like the same thing, but it's like slightly better. And so I needed $54 to give him so I can proceed with the exchange. And I didn't bring my wallet with me because I didn't think I'd need to pay any extra. So I'm like, oh shit, I don't have the money on me right now. And so I turn around to my cousin, like, yo, Chris, can I borrow some money real quick and I'll pay you back? He's like, sure, how much you need? Like $54. And so he pulled out his money and we're missing like $1. So I'm like, fuck,
That
what are we gonna
that
do?
sucks.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we gonna do for $1? So I'm like, since the Best Buy is near the mall to where my mom works, I'm like, I just call her. I'm like, hey, can I borrow like a single dollar?
Just
Just
one crispy ass dollar, just that's like covered in like stains and like like a piece of hair.
yes, so I could just imagine like my house at work, like, welcome to hi, welcome to whatever the store. How can I help you? And then it's just me, like, hey, can I borrow a
Mom.
dollar? Like, what do you need it for? I'm like, I need it for an exchange, and we're just missing $1. So I'm like, all right, let's. Then I tell him, all right, I'll wait here. Can you go over and get the dollar? So I'm like, all right. So he goes over, gets the dollar, comes back, and like that was a pretty long wait. So I'm just like sitting there in front of the Geek Squad on like the racks where they put
The
like some.
Geek
Yeah,
Squad.
that's what it's called, the
I
Geek
know, but
Squad.
it's just funny. It's just funny that it's called the Geek Squad.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And
It
so
is.
I'm just sitting there like uncomfortably because there's like no back supports. Like my back's kind of hurting. And it's like when I had a terrible chair. It's just staring at me right now. Fuck you, chair. Uncomfortable piece of leather. And so we get the dollar, do the exchange. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, all right, so it'll probably come in like a week, maybe less, depending on what happens or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I could wait another week. And then from there, we went to Guitar Center just to check out some guitars. And that's where I was like looking guitars with my cousin, and a fucking random dog out of nowhere. I didn't see where it is. Comes out of nowhere, goes up to me, gets ass, not ass, like I pet him because that's a fucking dog, and he just walks away. He just goes up to me, gets pets, and walks away.
Just
Like a
walks
little black
away.
dog. I don't know what he was doing there. I mean, I guess I don't know. Guitar Center seems like a really chill place where like people just be there, play some instruments, get some instruments. So like, they just have a dog over. What the dog doing?
Doing. I was about to say what the dog was
Yeah,
doing.
beat you to it, Miguel, man. And
Well,
then
I'm sorry. I wanted
afterwards,
to hear more of
I
this.
got home, whatever. So, and the PC came a lot sooner, like 3 days sooner. I got in like 4 days, because there's like a mail, there's like a ring in my door. I'm like, oh, what's that? I'm like thinking, could it be the PC already? So I go over and like I don't see it at the door, and then I like open up the garage because my dad was like working the garage, and so I like open up and I see like him holding it, putting it on the floor. It's like, oh, this is a package for me. I'm like, yeah, huh. And then I like look at it and I like, oh, finally the PC's here. And so I bring it in, and I'm like, why is there like? Because there's like because it's a water cooling PC, which I didn't know it was. On the side of it, there was just water particles, like it was like a stream. And I'm like, I wonder what that's for. And then turns out
Does
it
it look like
is.
blue Gatorade?
No, it was like literal water. It was
Uh,
just moving left and right.
because
Cause what? Huh?
speak of water cooling, I can't figure that one video of the dude like flexing that he's got like water cooling, but then it like overflows and
Oh
it's like
yeah.
pushing the motherboard and then
I hate
burning
that.
it. It was just so funny. It's
Oh,
just like,
that's so.
yeah,
Uh,
look at my new cooling system. It
for
starts
me,
leaking.
I don't know. I saw the video. I'm like, I don't think it was flexing, but I think you were thinking about a different word. It was like, it's like blue liquid. It's like he's just like
Yeah.
recording and like goes all, and then as soon as it reaches like the edges where he would attach the tubes, it like sprays out. He's like, oh,
Shooting out.
he's like, oh, and then the video cuts off, and it's pretty
It
funny.
just cuts off. Yeah.
But mine's water
But back
cooling,
at the
like
PC.
full on water, and then so I set it up. Everything works as planned. Nothing bad happened, and now I have this hunk of beautiful PC, and it works perfectly. And only for like a $54 upgrade, I got a way better PC that just basically never overheats. Like I put my hand where the fan is supposed to be, like where the heat comes out, and then I'm assuming it would be hot, but it feels like a cool little fan of wind, and it doesn't feel hot. So for only a $50 upgrade, pretty worth it. Pretty worth the
Worth
wait.
it.
And there's like a tiny aquarium thing in the front. I love this PC.
How much from 1 to 10?
I'd probably give it 10 out of 10. It's a very great looking PC. The RAM looks really nice. There's like 3 fans. The RGB on the graphics card has RGB. There's
Would you upgrade your PC like if you ever had the opportunity to?
I would probably would. The only problem is obviously I would be terrible at doing so. And the problem
Yeah, it
is the water cooling. Because if anything slightly messes up,
happens. Yeah.
everything
It's
is gonna go to shits.
like one molecule of your finger touches anywhere near the water cooling system, it'll
Or
just
like if it like leaks, it's just gonna kill everything.
it's
The
gonna
whole
be
thing's
that
gonna
video.
shit.
Watch. It's gonna be that video.
Such a funny
Oh
video.
man.
Uh,
Jesus.
and so that's the story of my PC.
Yeah.
You guys got
But
anything
there
to add for that?
but during that time, considering Ricardo was still waiting for his PC to come back, or he couldn't play any games on his PC, we're just like bunch of like Ricardo was like just on my Snapchat, just like, hey, do you got any good shit I can watch?
Yeah, I was
And I just give him
harassing
like,
him.
and I was
I
just like
still
giving him some
harass
like
you.
I was just giving him some comedy movies because that's like his go-to movie genre.
I didn't watch any of the ones you recommended, by the way.
Yeah,
I didn't
which
watch
fuck
any
you,
movies.
which fuck you, by the
Shut
way.
up, shut up. I ended up watching like Ray Zero, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I got
You
into
you
Ray
told me you
Zero,
told me you told me like, hey, should I watch Ray Zero? And I was like, yeah, go ahead.
and that was an experience.
It is. I I like usually I never thought like you would get invested into it.
Because I don't even know how to feel. Because at first I'm like, what's the deal with this Ram girl? I'm like, who's Ram?
Who are all these people, and why is there a trap that I can't stop bringing up
Shut up! I'm not.
24/7?
We're not there yet. We're
Rick.
not there. We're not there yet.
Yeah,
Shut up!
Ricardo.
Shh, shh, shh.
All right, fine. All right, you explain, man.
So I got into Ray
Explain.
Zero because I was bored, and I mostly watched the rest of it on PC once I got it. I watched it when I got the most. Yeah, I watched the whole thing when I got the first PC because I couldn't play games, but I could still use it for like Google and stuff. So I
Just
just watched.
internet and
Yeah,
shit.
so I watched it there. But I watched like the first 2 episodes VRV on my phone. Terrible experience because there was ad like every 2 seconds.
Thank God for ad block.
Yeah, thank you, Brave. Not the sponsor of this podcast or anything I've ever
Hey,
done.
Wi-Fi everywhere you go.
Hold up.
God damn it.
But
It's the next thing you know, we're gonna
Who
get
got
a
a
Raid Shadow
notification?
Legends ad.
I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
was me.
Legends is in 3 minutes, but
No, that's my mom.
I will stab you. What the fuck? Oh, but basically, I watched it. I'm like, what's the deal with Ram? And then after watching it, and I understood. I became a believer,
Yeah.
a Ram believer. I
A
am
Alright, for
at
believer?
a believer,
yeah, like a believer, like the Smash Mouth song.
or like the Justin Bieber fans, the
Yeah.
believers.
Oh
And
yeah, the
I understood
for a
how
little bit more
Ram is best girl.
for a little bit more context, considering I watched the show first, I love Rem as a character and just as my personal anime quote unquote anime waifu, as the cool
Alright, I'm
kids
gonna have to
say.
get a new host now that you said that.
But no, like Ricardo has been getting on my back, like saying, why is she so great?
I never like got on you like, what the hell to deal with it?
Well,
I just kept it. I
it's just
kept
more
it
of
to
like
myself,
why is she? Yeah, it's more of like why do you like her so much?
and then I watched it. I'm like, cause all I saw was like these like Ray Zero in like like 8 minutes, whatever, like one time. I'm like, like Rem. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's spoilers. Kind of. It's like the first few episodes. I'm not gonna say it because
I'm more like sticky.
going into that show experience blind, it's
Yeah.
magical. I
It,
wouldn't say I'd rewatch the first season, but I'm like, what's the deal with her? And then I watch it, and quite possibly there's no other best girl compared to Rem. Nothing, nothing, no other
I
show.
don't know. I don't know why, but I kind of actually got like really hyped when you told me by the end of that
I
episode.
know, yeah, because they have like a very like Subaru and Rem have like a very deep conversation.
Episode.
Yeah, around the end, and after that, I'm like speechless. I'm like, holy shit! And then
This is like when Jehovah Witnesses actually see Jehovah.
Jehovah Witnesses.
Why is it so funny to just bring up Jehovah Witnesses?
Because they're like Jewish people, but not at all.
Yeah.
And so Brem's best girl. Also, I'm totally not gay for Felix, the trap, the cat boy, the very cool guy. That I totally don't make sexual jokes about him every single
This
day.
is the same guy who keeps sending videos of why traps are not gay.
They're not gay.
Exactly. They aren't.
They're
They
not gay.
aren't.
They are
We're
not
not
gay.
we are not going to start the debate in this podcast. We are not.
If
We are
there's,
not going to go there.
I have science proving they're not gay.
Ricardo,
You guys
I will go to your
refuse.
house and I will strangle you.
That's gay. But it's Pride
Okay,
Month.
whatever.
So happy birthday, gay people, from
Happy
us.
happy birthday. Happy birthday, you guys.
Happy birthday, gay guys or girls,
Yeah.
or those that are unspecified for some fucking reason.
Ooh, cancel
Uh,
him on Twitter,
Oh my
guys.
god, no! I am
I don't
based.
even know what I
I'm
just
deter-
said.
You had a stroke, Miguel.
Yeah, I had a stroke.
Speaking of strokes, I think I had one like yesterday or the day before. I took a nap because I was like hella tired. I'm like, "Ah, I'm just gonna take a nap." So I take a nap. I wake up a few times just cause noises. Then I wake up one last time, and I really gotta pee. So I go up to pee, but I stood up too fast. So like you know how when you stand up too fast, you like fucking vision just.
Yeah, I get
I
you.
had that, and at the same time a headache, and at the same time like my bladder hurt because I really had to pee, and then like my entire body hurts, like my stomach is, and then my ears went like numb, and they had and it became really hard to hear, and then
Dude,
I
your
like
body was like about to shut
it
down.
just did, and then I like pee, and it felt like it was really hard to pee. I had to like push extra, and it kind of hurt. It felt like I feel like instead of letting out piss, I was gaining piss, and it was about to explode. And so I'm just like a balloon. And I'm like, oh God. And then I'm like, okay, I'm like dizzying out. So I like sit down in the toilet for a bit and like try to finish pissing. I'm like, oh God. Then like notice my ears all numb. It's like if it felt like my ears fell asleep. And it's like really hard to hear. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like trying to pop my ears, which has been a problem with me. But and I'm like, oh God, what the fuck is going on? And then afterwards, like when my hearing's back to normal, there's like a ringing sound. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, oh, oh man.
You
And
know what's
that's my
something that I
experience
really
of a stroke, probably.
you want to know what's like something that's been happening to me recently?
Sure, why not?
So for like recently my parents have been like kind of busy, so I would be like home alone. Well no, mostly during like school time. But like
Mm-hmm.
every time I'm like trying to like get something from my kitchen, like whether it's like a snack or I'm trying to make like breakfast for myself,
Your
I would
siblings come
hear
and
noise.
stab you.
No. They're not even home. They're like actually at school, but like
Oh,
I would just hear noises like whether that's like outside or inside the house, and I don't know if that's just paranoia. I don't have paranoia like when I'm by myself, but like
I do.
I just been I just been hearing
What
like
kind of
noises from like
noises?
outside. Like I don't know like last night. Well, yeah, no, like last night I was trying to finish up some assignment for class, and then like as I was about to like wrap up like really quickly, I hear like a scream outside like my house. I was like, "Whoa, Jesus!" And like I jumped and I immediately like went
Grab your gun.
outside. No, I ain't get a gun. I just got my phone, but like I immediately went outside. It was like just nothing. Like it was like nothing happened. It's like a quiet. I mean, because I mean, my neighborhood's like quiet, but like
Then you just fucking get like Oreo and oh, fuck, what's your dog's name again?
Milo.
Milo. Yeah, I totally don't forget.
Yeah,
It's like run with it,
and
and you're like, all right, protect
and
me,
now
motherfuckers.
yeah, and then now we have a kid in the family now.
Technically, Oreo isn't even part of the family. He's just like a stray that like vibes at your
Yeah,
house, which is
she
stupid.
never leaves.
Which is stupid as fuck because your stray just doesn't leave. He's just sitting there around, minds his business. And then my fucking
Yeah,
cat Carson, he's been gone for like nearly 2 months ish. He's like been gone for like a month and a week. I don't know where the hell he is. He hasn't come back. There's been other cats around.
cats are fucking weird creatures, man.
I love that cat. I don't know where he is. All I got is freaking Reddington, and I need to change his filters, which I forgot to do, and I forgot to buy one, and I'm supposed to change it the first of every month. It's currently the 5th, and because it's 1
Actually,
a.m. And so fucking all that shit. And so what I end up doing is nothing. I can't really do anything. And so I'm just waiting for him to come back, hoping he does. He might not. I don't know. That's
but
the worst part.
speaking of pets, Damien recently got a cat.
Pablo.
And no, it's a girl.
Pabla.
Just Pablo.
Pabla.
Pablo. So
La
how has your
Rosa de
experience with your
Guadalupe.
cat been so far? I'm actually
You haven't
curious.
been you
Piece of
haven't
shit.
you haven't
Yeah,
been
you haven't.
screaming at it as much
Yeah,
as I would at Carson. Like "Fuck
like
Carson.
what's like the most bizarre thing Pablo has done?
Held up my leg while I was wearing shorts.
They do
The
that.
most painful thing I ever
But
experienced.
also very
Oh
cute
man,
because it's a cat.
my God.
I love
Yeah,
cats.
yeah, but like going like with the stray cat that I have, Oreo, like she's been like recently like getting like getting like up in like personal like
Miguel.
yeah, that's a problem. But like and then there it is again. Because every time I would like kind of pet her, because she's been growing on me recently, even though I'm not like a cat guy. It's like she's growing on me. So like I would just pet her occasionally, time to time, whenever I feed her. And ever since she had that like kitten, like I would like go check on the kitten and be like, "Oh, all right, he hasn't opened his, she hasn't opened his." Well, we don't even know the gender of the kitten yet, but like,
It hasn't opened its eyes.
yes, yeah. And then while I'm like checking on it, there's just Oreo like right next to me, like by my side. I'm like, "What
By
you
your
doing?
son.
What the cat doing?"
What the cat doing? Do you think Milo would be like a pretty good foster dad? He'd be like,
Probably. I mean,
just stare, just
they
stare, just stare, like.
That's that's actually like most of their interactions. Like they don't fight. They don't fight, which is I
Have
mean
you have
good
you have you
good.
have you let have you let him out with like the cat at the same time so he's
Oh
not
no, oh
in a
yeah,
cage
absolutely.
so they just like stare and just mind their
Yeah, so,
business.
yeah. They like they get close and they just stare and they just walk and then Milo would just walk away and just yeah do whatever dogs do,
What's
chase
the dog
cars.
doing?
Dog doing King
What's the
Batch.
dog
And
doing?
you know I know King Batch has been like in a lot of like shitty movies, but like I want him to
Who?
like King Batch, the guy who made those vines.
Oh, the guy who made what the dog doing?
Yeah, and then he did the spoonful vine.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah, but I wanted to make like a movie where like he's like trapped in the internet or something, like the Smosh movie, but it's just King Batch.
King Batch.
King Batch. What an interesting
King
fellow.
Batch the Third.
Your mom the
King
third
Batch
got
the
him.
third. I like that name. I like that name. King Batch the third.
For a black guy, he's pretty black guy.
That's him on Twitter.
He
He
stabbed
said
me.
he said black.
Oh my god, he said black. I'm gonna kill his family. I'm gonna destroy his Twitter account. I can't wait for like me to like say black in Spanish, which is negro,
Yeah.
and like in a non-offensive way, and then some like white girl on Twitter is like,
Yeah. Like
Racist.
pulls up like like documents worth of like how
fucking
racist it is, even though
racist
you
I
didn't
am.
even mean it to be. Yeah, even though
It's
you
not
didn't
even.
mean it to be
It's not
racist.
even racist to say the
He's just
color.
saying the word black
It's like
in Spanish.
then you have to cancel like every Mexican that like has said colors because
Yeah, and I'm still dumbfounded just the fact that like people were like canceling the character Speedy Gonzalez, which is stupid to me.
they're like, "Isn't that racist?" I'm like,
And then,
"Shut
and
the
then there's
fuck up."
us, and then there's like Latinos are like, we fucking love Speedy Gonzalez,
I
bro.
love that man. He's
We
so
don't
tiny.
exactly.
Yeah, he's a fucking cool guy. Does nothing
know.
wrong. He probably did some cocaine here with Pablo Escobar, but I mean,
Cocainer.
cool guy, dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
what kind of Mexican hasn't met up with Pablo?
it's I like I want to make like an urban like myth
Every
or like a
Mexican is bound to meet
ha-
him.
to meet, yeah, every single one. Like make it a stereotype where it's like every single Mexican
Fucking
has
El
done
Chapo,
it.
Dude. Why not him?
Just
Messiano.
literally any like big name like cartel
Like a
guys or
drug
drug
lord.
dealers, yeah, drug lords. Then boom, you would be one of us.
Yeah, and then there's the people like, oh my god, you have to say Latinx. It is a gender neutral. Like, shut the fuck up. You can use Latino for anyone. Even then, you can just say Latina or Latino.
Because
Fucking,
who cares?
who cares, dude? And then they're like, why don't you languages don't have genders? And then there's Spanish where there are words where you would specify that one word is for a feminine version and one's for a man. Usually, A would probably mean girl.
Yeah, but we're
Damn it.
not here. We're not here to give Spanish
I'm not here
lessons.
to be political either because I hate that.
Same here.
And then there's fucking Joe Biden trying to remember how to even spell the alphabet.
Remember when his like he had like his eye exploded? Like not eye, well,
What?
not literally, but like he had blood in his eye, like bloodshot in his eye during like an interview.
I don't remember this.
It was like,
Even
yeah,
is
he
it?
did an interview and his eye like started like bleeding.
Jesus Christ.
And but it wasn't like bad, like he needed to go to the hospital, but it just like it started just bleeding for some reason during mid interview.
Oh,
And
well then.
I just thought,
Reptile.
yeah, and then yeah, people were making conspiracy saying that he was like a reptile, like Obama.
Obama,
How was
whatever.
Obama a reptile? That
He's black.
You never seen those conspiracy series that like lizard people like exist?
Yeah, of course I've heard of it. I remember.
It's stupid.
Damien, since
huh?
we have added 2 stories, why don't you add anything stories, huh, you prick?
Yeah, how about give us some interesting or funny stories?
Oh, one day I date your mom. The end.
I'm gonna slap you
Dude,
so hard.
that is such an amazing story. I laugh out loud.
I'm gonna stab you for
Right?
saying that.
I
LOL.
I could, yeah, I can never use like LOL in just like text form in just text.
Yeah, you always say Lameo.
Yeah, just
Lamau.
because it's like,
And
yeah.
then some British investigators like, so who's Lamau? Who's Lamfo?
is
So he's a
is he a
Chinese
Russian spy?
sport. No, it's
Or no, it's
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah, so he has a sister. Because there's like, he said today, he's like, what was it? It was like LMAO, LMFAO, and
And
then
yeah,
there was one more. I don't remember.
uh, I think it was. I don't
Lamfo.
remember.
And
Yeah, I
then
forgot what was the context to it. I wanted to know the context to it. I
I don't
really
know.
did.
I think it was just like a bit, to be honest.
It felt like a really obscure like Adult Swim bit.
I wouldn't say it's Adult Swim because there's not enough crude humor. And then
That's
I
true.
just remembered that one Adult Swim, I think it was Robot Chicken, where they're like, why Scarlet Witch is a useful bitch in the MCU
You mean
for having thick
Black
pair of cheeks.
Widow?
Yeah, Black Widow. What the fuck did I say?
You said Scarlet
Oh,
Witch.
damn it. Well, I mean, the same thing could be said about her, but no, Black Widow, where it's like, oh yeah, well you're so useful to the team, and then they're just like, haha, thick pair of cheeks, cause
Yeah.
you know, and then she dies, and then Hawkeye is like, why don't you guys even have me on the team?
and
And
then
then they all look at his pair of cheeks, and they like what they see, and they're like,
and
all
then I
gay
think
for
that isn't that
Hawkeye.
the end of the bit.
Yeah, they're just gay for Hawkeye.
Yeah. I actually do like Robot Chicken.
I don't care about it.
But
I would
I think
just
they do have some like fucked up like bits, or but I can't remember one of them sadly.
Yeah, no, I don't remember because I never watched it. I was a good boy, and I remember
Yeah,
like the first time I like it was adults because they like at 7 p.m. What kid is
yeah,
listening to 7
yeah,
p.m.?
seven, yeah.
But
It's
so
weird. Like at least at 9 made sense, or 9 or 10 made sense.
yeah, and
Okay.
so like
Oh,
I stayed up one time. I'm a bad boy. I'm an evil child. And
no, you're
then
not.
fuck
You're a
Damon,
goody two shoes.
I'm gonna stab you. And
No, you're
so
not.
yeah, you're not wrong. But so I'm like, oh, I turn on TV and I'm looking, and then it's fucking whatchamacallit.
It's
It's
Harold.
it's American Dad, where the son, it's like with like an old lady talking about like, oh, how they're gonna miss him, like as if like someone just died or some shit. I don't know. And then they start making out, and I'm like, well, that's enough for me, and I skip the channel.
That's enough. Adult Swim for one
Because
day.
when you're a kid and you see freaking random dude making out with an old lady, you're like, okay, that is not what I
Yeah.
came to see here. Even then, I didn't go on to like see anything like, oh, some adults. I just went there just because I was bored and I was hoping for. Actually, I don't know what I was hoping. I just turned it on. I was just bored. It's some form of entertainment. Can't say that I got it.
Yeah, but I remember like being in elementary and like all like the elementary kids in my class would be like, "Yeah, I watched like King of the Hill, American Dad, South Park, and all that shit."
Watch
And
the
I,
one. Oh, worry about the fries and the drink.
dude, I remember when I
What the
first
fuck
like
are you
started.
talking about, Damon?
I remember when I
How
first
about
started
them?
watching
Um,
South Park, and during in Comedy Central, like really late at night, they would play those phone sex ads. And I
Oh
would
my
always
god.
occasionally check my door every time. It's like, what if my dad walks in midnight trying to get a drink or something? And I'm like, oh no, oh
That
no,
just
someone
reminds
better not
me
open.
when I pulled like an all-nighter, like I think it was last year or yeah, last year, where I just stayed up and I was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was just like, because I was like grinding on Legends while also watching it. I think I was trying to get the Zenkai 1 Goku Black. I don't know. It was Zenkai 1 missions back when those were a thing. And I was just like
Yeah.
staying up. It was like I stayed up to like 5 a.m. watching the Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm like, I should probably go
And
to sleep. I can see
yeah,
the
we're
sun, man. Then I fucking
that
go
that
to sleep.
reminded me of that one all nighter where like it was
My
like
first
I
all nighter. Oh boy.
I think I was 8 years old at the time, and I was like watching
Oh,
like
that
just
reminds me.
TV. And I think I occasionally I just turn on my Xbox 360 playing some Lego games, and I look outside. I'm like, why is the sky turning more bluer? And then I look at the time, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh well, that isn't good.
Luckily, it wasn't a school night. It was the weekend.
Yeah, I remember the first time. Well, I want to say. Well, I do remember my first all nighter. I'll say that. Probably save that for another time. But I remember you. Do you guys? Your parents scared you with like the Llorona, right?
No, and I was never taught the story of
You
yeah, no.
weren't. What about you, Damon? I feel like you would have.
I
yeah.
David
Okay.
definitely probably
So
did.
do you at least know what it is, Miguel?
I've heard about it, and they made a movie about it,
Yeah.
but don't know anything about it.
Okay, so
Wait,
for you
explain
folks
that.
at home and for Jackass Miguel, who's Mexican but also very white at the same time,
Yes.
there is a urban legend in Mexico, a very Mexican thing, of where La Llorona, or basically crying bitch, not bitches, crying woman, where she loses her children because they drowned in the river. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. It's been a while since I've
Oh,
heard the full
th-
story.
I
But
thought she jumped them.
or she does drown the kids because like her children drowned, and then she's like crying, and so she would say, "Ay mis hijos," and then she like go around luring kids so she can take it with her and then kill them.
It's
And so that's basically what the whole urban legend is. And so as a kid, my parents, motherfuckers who just probably the main reason why I have extreme paranoia now, because they scared the fuck out of me with that. So, and she would start coming once it turned the middle of the night. So once it was the middle of the night, she would start roaming, and that's when you would hide your kids and
I
keep
know
them
where this is
indoors.
gonna go.
You don't. And so the first, and then so one time, me and my family were just having a normal party, and then we're just like having carne asada in the garage front yard. That's usually where we do it. And then we're just minding our business, and then I'm like I got a pina colada, but don't worry, it was alcohol free, because you can have those, or as people call it, a virgin. I don't know why they call it virgin. Virgin is just
as
basically without alcohol.
as
And
people call it, virgins.
yeah, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
just no alcohol and just the drink itself. So it's just having good time, just laying down, whatever. And then I like look at the time, like it's 12 and she hasn't come to take me. So I go to like my dad. I'm like, where is she, huh? Huh? Come on, where is she? Yeah, you liar.
It's like that like Home Alone scene where like he like walks out of his house and he's like, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. And then the,
And
the
then,
old dude
uh,
comes in because like he believes in the story of like how he like killed his like or killed people and put them in like trash cans, and he's just like
wait, what?
screaming his life.
This is a Home
Yeah,
Alone
but I
thing?
like the. Yeah.
No, because in Home Alone, his like his cousins or older brother like believed the rumor that like the old man like killed like some people and put them in trash bins or something like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but then later on in the movie, it turns out he was just some nice old man.
Yeah, who
What?
sadly lost his wife to sleeping in ice.
Yeah, and his son got into a fight.
I really like nice old people.
Of course.
I love nice old people.
Of course, dude, who doesn't?
Yeah.
People who
There's-
don't like nice old people.
You mean the
Yeah.
big meanies?
The big meanies, the high school bullies, the middle school bullies, the elementary bullies.
I'm surprised I was not like I wasn't bullied too much like as like my school years went on.
Yeah, because most people didn't really care. And there weren't like
Yeah.
hardcore bullies or just like idiots who would like say something and you're like,
Like
the
the
fuck are you
most the
talking
most they can
about?
do to you is just call you
Fat.
like
Oh god,
That's
just like
so.
oh
faggot or something
god.
like that.
Yeah, that's totally what I was gonna say, Damien.
Dude, oh my god. We nearly I was almost about to say it too.
Oh my god. Don't worry,
Oh my
guys. I don't hate gay people. I have many, many gay friends. Don't worry. It's okay, guys.
and I know yes, and I have a relative that is also gay.
Your gay uncles.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me.
Technically not uncles, but still.
I'm gonna call them gay uncles because it's funnier than gay cousin, uncle, brother, sister of your parents' family.
Oh man. But nah. But what were we talking about
Home
before we
Alone and
nearly
old men and women and bullying at
uh,
school.
I don't know. Home Alone, favorite Christmas movie. Watch it every single day during Christmas
Die Hard's
month.
technically, but also not a Christmas
How do you
movie.
know
I
if I
heard.
watched the movie that when when it wasn't during Christmas time?
Yeah, I don't know. Family Guy made a joke about it, and they were like, "Die Hard's a
What?
Christmas movie. Fuck
Yeah,
you."
because that's like the whole debate. Like people are like debating that if
Because
it's like a Christmas
I
movie or
think it
not.
came out not in June, but it takes place during Christmas.
No,
Or
it takes place during Christmas. That's
what even
that's the
is Die Hard?
Die Hard is just like an action movie featuring Bruce Willis, which is
Don't know
one of
what
his
that
like
is.
which is one of his famous roles.
For being a
But
famous role, I don't know him, but I don't know a lot of people, so that makes
yeah,
sense.
that's you don't even know too many celebrity actors. But yeah, but like the whole plot of Die Hard, the first one is that like he comes back home from New York as a police officer, and he's trying to like go to his family with his wife from work, but then the whole place gets raided by
The FBI.
terrorists. Nah,
So
and
his
they
wait, so what gets rated by the terrorism?
no, like the whole building gets raided by terrorists, and all they want is like the money in the
And the
vaults.
Christmas joy. Oh,
Put the money in
my
the
ass.
bag.
Oh yeah, my bag. Sorry.
Yeah, and the whole time like everyone in the office that's just having a Christmas
The
party or like
Office.
no, not
Dwight
that
versus
office.
Dwight versus a bunch of terrorists,
I could see that.
and
I
he's
can
successful,
perfectly
or like Home Alone, but it's with Dwight,
yeah, but except the traps were more deadlier than Home Alone's,
and he actually ends up killing a bunch of people,
and it's I
or
mean self
incredibly
defense.
harming them.
Yeah.
Dwight would
Oh,
have
what?
that kind of power.
Yeah.
Damien.
But I like Die Hard. It's one of my favorite action movies.
So I
What
think we
is your favorite
reached
action
an
movie?
hour already.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude,
Should,
yeah, we've been holding it out for way too long.
should we call it quits, grandmas?
Don't
Yeah,
call
I
me
think
grandma.
Should we call it
I,
quits,
I think I think
daddies?
I think it's about time. I think
Alright.
we had our fair share.
Alright, goodbye guys. This is like our second, third, fourth, eighth episode. I don't remember.
Let's not talk about the failed ones.
Yeah, a lot of
all
fun.
once.
Let's give our say before we
Traps
end this.
aren't gay.
They are. Shut
Damon,
up.
Damon, your final words.
Traps are
Oh,
gay.
oh, I know what's my actual last word's gonna be. You go, Miguel.
Uh, choose,
What?
choose.
Okay, here's mine. Wow, motherfucking Wilson. Wow, look at my
Shut
fucked
up.
up
Shut up.
nose.
Okay,